narrowly avoided plane crashes. We often hear about plane crashes, so we see some incredible escapes in this video. Paraguay Airport. All airport staff are used to working with large aircraft. They work in the belief that the plane will not land on them. But there is a slight difference in what happened at the Paraguay airport. A video went viral in 2019 of a clean landing just above several crews working on the runway. 6 crew members were doing some maintenance on the runway when they realized that the runway was not closed as they thought. When they saw a passenger jet coming to land there, they took all their belongings and ran off the runway. The plane passed right over their track. A major accident was averted because the pilot of the jet spotted the crew early. Plane and skydivers. Skydiving is a high-risk activity. 2014, a professional skydiver was skydiving with a guest. As soon as they jumped out of the plane, the pilot turned the plane around. As can be seen in the video, the wing of the plane and the rope of the parachute of the jumpers were rubbing against each other in the air. That means the plane passed that close to those who jumped. But luckily both of them got out safely by skydiving. San Francisco. In July 2017, an Air Canada flight began landing at San Francisco International Airport, but when he saw 2 runways next to each other, the pilot got confused. Besides, it was night time. When he finally started to land on a runway, the pilot saw 4 other planes lying there. Immediately the pilot lifts the plane and lands after doing one more spin. If you watch the footage of this incident, we know that the Air Canada plane passed right over the plane below. Had it landed then, the lives of nearly 1,000 people would have been at risk. Plane versus SUV. At most airports, it is used only for takeoff and landing of aircraft and other related operations. But in some countries, small airports have roads within which other vehicles can travel normally. If the pilot and other vehicle drivers have this awareness, there are usually no other problems. But in 2012, a small jet landed at an airport in Texas and crashed into an SUV that was passing through the airport. The landing gear broke and the pilot escaped with minor injuries. Usually when any aircraft lands, the passing vehicles are blocked. But when this incident happened, the road was not blocked, and the person driving the SUV had no idea that it was an airport road. Going low. We have seen Air Force man doing amazing in the sky with jet, and it is a very interesting sight to see. But sometimes there have been situations where the pilots forget their safety and the safety of the people in the excitement. A fighter jet flying very low is the most dangerous. During the show in Argentina, the pilot brought his jet to touch the ground at a speed of 550 km per hour. The pilot was a very competent person and nothing happened to anyone. Mountain climber. It is essential for pilots to exercise extreme caution in low-flying conditions. A blink of an eye can lead to serious accidents. 2019 air tanker RJ-85 seen in this video goes off the air in Vancouver, British Columbia. After flying very low and dropping fire extinguishers, the pilot took off the plane in a very daring manner. Just look at the dust flying there to understand how low the flight flew. The pilot later admitted that he had become distracted during the shutdown. Barcelona Airport. 2014, a plane with 260 passengers is about to land at Barcelona's El Prat airport. Meanwhile, another pilot flew an Airbus A340 across the runway, ignoring instructions. As it was a clear day, the pilot of the plane that came to land saw this Airbus plane in advance and took off without landing. After a few minutes, the plane landed safely. This one major accident was avoided only by the presence of mind of the pilot. Helicopter and drone. There are some rules for operating a drone, when it is used and how high it can be flown. If it is carried at a high altitude, Sometimes it may hit the flight and cause serious accidents. This watching video is a beautiful view of Hollywood captured by a drone. A helicopter suddenly appeared in the middle of taking this video. A major accident was averted by a short distance. Later, the drone operator was warned and released. Watch your head. Tom Richard is a person who performs aerial stunts around the world, but his career was to end at an airfield in Nevada in 2016. Tom Richard was participating in the air race at the Reno National Championship. Before takeoff, his plane's engine malfunctioned and the plane shut down. The race officials were signaled and informed, but the planes behind him were not seen. The wing of the plane that came on a track in the middle of it. By some luck, Richard did not hit his head. Both planes were damaged in the crash, but Tom was unharmed. If only he had held his head higher, Tom's story would have ended there. Which of these events shocked you the most? Comment below. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.